hairline is moving back just like Ukraine's border, and that's the motherfucker. First of all, did you admit you were wrong? What, I wasn't wrong. He has not fucking invaded. Shut the fuck up.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
A Destiny poster.
Another fucking
God.
Destiny viewer.
Oh no.
Now real.
Okay, hold on. Just to be clear, because people keep saying like diplomacy is the answer. So I thought the analyst desk stance was zero invasion. What do you guys think Hasan is going to do if Russia does invade Ukraine? I feel like Hasan is taking a lot of his credibility on this.
What is he saying? They're not gonna?
He thinks that the entire situation. So I personally am not. I don't know if Russia will invade. I feel like they won't. I lean towards no. But Hasan has staked his entire reputation basically saying that, like, just back up, that all of the desire for them to invade, I think that probably wouldn't come in, whatever, is just faked. It's all fake. He says that all of it is like the U.S. just pretend.
He literally thinks the Western media is
yes, is made all of it up. It's 100% a lie. That Russia has no interest of going in. That it's whatever. And wait, do you have to pay? Oh. Yeah, that's what his position is.
It's incredibly selfish. Please.
14 months of the best brain rot.
At the same time, Secretary General of the Soviet Communist Party and People Commissar on the Matters of Ethnicities decided to build the country on the principles of autonomy, thus giving to the republics, to the future administrative units, wide authority when they were supposed to join the state. Lenin criticized this plan, and he suggested to make concessions to the nationalists, the way he called them back then, advocates of independence.
Damn, do you think Hasan is like super worried that Russia's gonna invade? He's gonna look like a fucking moron?
A confederation.
Oh no.
Give the right to every nation for self-determination. That was the basis of the Soviet state.
Dude, this is so incredibly fucked up. You can never have a conversation about this. Popular streamer Hasan Piker publicly defends Hitler invading Austria while live to 40,000 viewers. They found it again. They found another way to fucking do this. I did not defend Hitler invading Austria, dude.
You're so mad.
Who literally...
Topo the hour.
Hasan gets canceled every week. Haven't seen it on Reddit yet, but here we are, though I'm not sure what Hasan's stance on Russia taking Crimea is based off this video. Oh... It's fucking insane, dude. Who is this fucking piece of shit, dude? Let's see. Let's look at this fucking piece of shit's personal profile real quick.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're going hardcore brigading.
Fuck you. What a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, no.
r/World News Andy. Like, motherfuckers who can't, like...
World News Andy.
Who can't, like, win... who can't do anything. Try to, like... Oh, that's weird. That's crazy.
A Destiny poster?
Oh, another fucking
God.
Destiny viewer.
Oh, no.
Now realize, like, he can't fucking do this shit on LSF. So now he has to go to a public freakout, dude. That's fucking wild. What an incredible thing. You're literally terrorists, dude. You're like internet terrorists. You're so fucking shitty.
This thread is
sad.
7 minutes old.
Oh, my fucking lord.
Oh. If he finds a new thread about himself... on like a popular subreddit, he can use his audience to try to nuke the thread before it actually gets any traction. That's kind of smart. So he views this thread early, even though it has 70 comments. Hopefully with 30, 40,000 people watching him downvoting it on stream, he can get people to go to that thread, brigade the fuck out of it, and then it doesn't get any traction on. Yeah.
Deal with your mental health by touching grass, not by trying to fucking actively and deliberately I don't know.
46% upvoted now?
Not trying to actively and deliberately fucking post this shit clipped out of fucking context. Okay?
My Reddit is being spammed. Can I get him banned somehow? You can probably report the clip to the admins. Normally they don't like shit like this, but I don't know if they're doing it.
Have a right to disagree with you and staters calling these years, dude. Are you fucking stupid? People disagreeing with me in my community is one thing. People literally fucking posting something out of context to make it seem like I'm a fan of Hitler.
What is the out of context?
Is fucking ridiculous, and actually, unironically, making it seem like that was the worst thing that Hitler ever fucking did. That's what I'm angry about.
since NATO enjoys love to fact check so much.
Imagine your source of happiness being is waiting for a streamer to say some easily misconstruable shit. Yeah, I mean that's it.
That's it, bro. True. Find some more comments that agree with you and read them, bro.
Oh, anyway, let's continue.
First, in 1922, it was enshrined in the Declaration on the Establishment of the Soviet Union, and then, after the death of Lenin, it was also
There's
enshrined
another
in the
public freakout
Constitution
post
of the USSR of 1924. And right away, here
don't worry,
we
it's
have a
old.
lot of questions. Raises a lot of questions.
Reddit is one of those places.
Notice
where
how that post was old, so he didn't give a fuck about it. He didn't downvote it. He didn't interact with it at all because he knows he doesn't need his fancy brigade. That one. It was old. It didn't gain traction, so he didn't care. And he just left it.
The post was already at negative upvotes before we looked at it, so don't worry about it too much. Those other subs aren't nearly as deranged as LSF. It doesn't even fucking matter because like, it doesn't matter because a little bit of push on one end can like very easily change the outcome of a post and like totally fucking brigade it.
And first of
Hassan
them,
is so
and the main
fucking dumb.
question,
Oh damn! Even reset era is turning on Hasan. Oh no!
making all kinds of concessions to the nationalists at the outskirts of the former empire, to give to the administrative units that were haphazardly formed huge territories, oftentimes that had nothing to do with them, and they were giving these territories with the population of historic Russia, and these administrative units were given status and shape of the state entities. And once again, this begs a question: why did they have to do such generous gifts even the most blatant nationalists couldn't dream of, and at the same time give the Republic a right to withdraw from the new state without any preconditions? At first glance, it doesn't seem clear. It seems like madness, but only at first glance, because there is an explanation. After the revolution, the main goal Bolsheviks had was to keep power, to stay at power at any cost. And for this, they went to any length to sign humiliating conditions of the Brest truce when the Kaiser's Germany were in the dire economic situation and the outcome of the World War I was already almost decided.
Irish with some sun? I see you in there.
Concessions to the nationalists inside the country.
Deleted by moderator. Dumpstered.
From the point of view of the historic destiny of Russia and its people, Lenin's principle...
He's criticizing the USSR, but Americans around me still call him communist. Dude, if you think Vladimir Putin is a communist, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Okay?
2 months.
I just like he's not. He has literally talked about how Marxist-Leninism is a threat. The Western world needs to fucking fear as well. He's one of the wealthiest dudes on the planet. Okay? He's not even remotely socialist. You're a psycho. Okay? You're a complete psychopath. He's also not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's a bad person. Okay? More importantly, he's a bad fucking dude.
Tell me again.
Did you admit you were wrong? What, I wasn't wrong. He has not fucking invaded. Shut the fuck up.
Oh no!
Motherfuckers are like, dude, I've been wrong this past week, and now he's.
Oh, one of the things that I wrote on my thing today for this little presentation I'm doing for this class tonight, which I don't know how that's gonna go, but hey, maybe Hasan can tune in and learn from this. One of the things that I had written was make sure that you don't overstate your position. So, for instance, this would be an acceptable thing to say. As of right now, ivermectin does not appear to be effective as a treatment for COVID-19. Now, there's another statement I could make, which is ivermectin is not effective at treating COVID-19. Now, they sound similar, but the second statement, it comes with way more authority that might not be true in the future, whereas the first statement is always true. Even in the future, if ivermectin does turn out to be an effective treatment for COVID-19, oh, well, there wasn't data, now there is data. Don't ever overstate your position. So if Hasan would have couched his language a little bit more responsibly here, and it would have said, you know, right now it doesn't seem like they might invade, but maybe in the future they could, maybe the conditions change, he would have more wiggle room there. But since he very concretely said they're not going to invade, they're not going to invade, man, if they do invade, oh!
And try to get me banned. or try to do PR campaign, like PR campaigns against me. It's very strange. And then you also have like these fucking weirdos, man. You are always drunk.
This was good. Thank you, Hillshire.
2 months.
Now, was it worth it? I think it's $120 for 7 meals. And I think this was about 480 calories. Expensive. Hopefully good macros and micros, but...
It's also impossible for someone to have a stance change on new information like the more recent Putin posturing. Exactly. I've already addressed that. Vladimir Putin recognizing the independence of Eastern Ukrainian territories that have a lot, that have a
wait, let me check.
chunk of Russian people living in them, but are not majority Russian. Very different than Crimea.
About 460 calories.
Those people, hairline is moving back just like Ukraine's border, and that's the motherfucker. First of all, there it is, dude.
Sorry, that's not funny.
There it is. A 28-month subscriber. I did not fucking hit. I did not hit your ass.
Talk about NATO as a smokescreen. It's not a breach of international law.
So about $16 for a meal that is 460 calories. Still cheaper than DoorDash.
Hassle.
Oh shit! I should
That's
meme
the
check
one
it.
that fucking gets you clapped up, baby. That's all right. I've been enjoying his like schizo posting in the chat for the past 5 years that he supported me, but
My mom says I am to call her for some reason.
that's entirely separate.
No, that's a low blow.
You
Never mind.
have crossed the line, unlike the Russian forces, which have yet to cross the line, the Ukrainian border. You, on the other hand, have.
It's cheaper per meal if you get lunch, dinner, and third entree. Well, I did get lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner and third entree? Damn, dude, that's a lot of shit, okay. Is the third entree the same thing as like these on average macros? I upped it to lunch and dinner. We'll see. Just chill, okay.
A break. It's coming right now. And if you no longer want to see those ads, hairline. Like, this is what happens whenever I have like fucking weird psychopaths in here, okay? Restreaming my content. Like, this is what happens, okay? This is what happens. It's like, dude, your mom would literally give up a significant portion of her wealth to have sexual intercourse with me one fucking time. And you're over here being like, your hairline is...
Bro, are you okay?
You watch debate lord fucking YouTubers. You are a fucking weirdo who never leaves his fucking cave basement, and you're out here being like, dude, I think you look bad.
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's like denying reality in front of your fucking eyes. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Like I was saying, Hasan, no matter what happens, you weren't wrong in attempting to reframe things and encourage diplomacy. This is the only answer. Agreeing to the sincere negotiations with European nations at the helm. The lessons learned is not defeated the...
Okay, hold on. Just to be clear, because people keep saying like diplomacy is the answer. So, oh man, something to consider. Okay. There's a lot of complicated back and forth between understanding how far either side is going to go in a given conflict. Sometimes establishing boundaries is good. Hey, we're not going to nuke anybody. Sometimes establishing boundaries gives too much power. Hey, no matter what you do, we're not going to send troops there to help. Oh, well, glad to know that. Just something to consider when you say, well, diplomacy is the answer, right? It's possible to lean harder and harder into situations with hard or soft power to force more diplomatic negotiations that make it so that if you only engage in diplomacy, you can get like a little bit fucked. So for instance, right, let's say that I call an ex. Let's say I'm an abusive ex and I call my ex and I'm like, I want to make a deal about our something. And, you know, she's like, oh, well, you know, you're abusive. And it's like, okay, I just want to talk. And like, okay, well, as long as it's just diplomacy, that's fine. Let's say that I show up at her doorstep and I have a fucking AR-15, okay, and my full camo gear. And I kick her door a couple times. And I'm like, I'm ready for you to be diplomatic now with me. But the negotiating position at that stage is going to be a little bit fucked, okay? Because It's hard to negotiate with somebody when there's an Abrams. I don't know what the Russian tanks are called. The SVT-77. Somebody plays World of Tanks here and knows, right? The negotiating is arguably the goal, right? When Putin leans harder and harder and harder into these situations where he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Oh, you want to negotiate with me? Oh, well, that's cool. Well, let's see what concessions I can get out of you now that I've like moved 75% of my military to the Ukrainian border. And I've basically threatened to invade, the eastern half of the country. Not to say that diplomacy is bad. Not to say that military action is good. Not to say that you should be nuking people or bombing people, whatever. But I'm just saying all of this has to be taken into account when you're talking about what's going on. To just come out and be like, oh, well, the United States should only respond diplomatically. Like, I mean, ideally, yeah. But the other side is like pushing really hard for a lot of crazy shit to happen. And their goal is to get diplomatic concessions out of you based on those types of hard pushes. Just something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind, okay? Like, would you negotiate with a crazy jungler that's threatening to inch your lane? You'd probably be willing to give up a lot more than you would otherwise, right? When you see that Kane diving for the bot tower at level 3. And he's like, I want you to send me fucking nudes. Or I'm gonna fucking int your lane, right? Well, now he's negotiating, and you can negotiate, but like he's got a lot of power in that position based not just on the diplomatic thing, but the hard military power behind it, you know? Russia demands the impossible, and NATO doesn't agree, and Russia says, well, you don't want to negotiate, so we will employ our tanks. Yeah, maybe too, yeah. But... Guys, stop falling for the Sam Hyde shit. Are you really buying into that Russian? Are you really buying into that Russian will attack Ukraine is just American propaganda? Yes, I do buy into American propaganda. Whose propaganda do you buy into? Russian hovercraft. Holy shit. Oh, thank God. I queue bot jungle on my own, okay? Because that's what we do. We take the pony and we go to the jungle. I thought the analyst desk stance was zero invasion. I don't think there will be an invasion because I don't think Russia wants to invade. But I think Russia wants to get as close to invading as possible so that they can try to get some sort of favorable concessions from the West. And I think that's the goal. Ban a champion. Oh yeah, always this.
Can we have the your mom is willing to give a significant portion or her wealth to have sex with me as a sound alert?
Slash raid. Destiny.
What is a favorable concession from the West? I don't know. Good question, actually. I would have to Google what exactly is Russia asking for right now. My guess is probably something to do with it can't be recognizing independent parts of Ukraine. The West would never agree to that. That's way too much. It could be guarantees related to like NATO withdrawals, but that would never happen either. That's too much. Maybe a guarantee against NATO future expansion, possibly. I'm not sure actually. I haven't looked at what Russia's like in particular asking for right now. Do you really think they would spend that much resources to just not invade? I mean, they probably do military exercises. Like, I'm pretty sure Russia still has a huge fucking military that they pay money to sustain and everything, right?
The Ukraine definitely bombed the outpost eventually.
Stop calling it the Ukraine. Okay, that's a slur. Hello, gamers. No typing unless you're a Dia Plus. Shut the fuck up, noob. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Wow, good luck, summoners. We'll surely have a good game of League of Legends today.